Hello everybody. So this video is entitled MSTR stock up 7%. Stretch is up as well because of two announcements. One is addition of more than $500 million to the USD reserve, now sitting at an all-time high. And that USD reserve, of course, is what backs the digital credit. And then the other big announcement is the start of the STRC buyback. Saylor bought back 25 million of STRC for the first time since that $1 billion authorization that was announced back in June. So let's go over the new strategy. Is up on the new strategy, up 7%. Strategy actually, and Bitcoin in general, they've stopped dropping. They've stopped red. It seems like the market has moved on to selling off other stocks. The market is now selling off AI. The market is now selling off chip stocks, and it seems like the market is leaving Bitcoin alone, kind of stagnating in that $65,000 range, kind of, hopefully getting out of that range at some point. Hopefully this is the bottom, but it's a good sign to actually see some strength in Bitcoin and some strength in strategy. As the rest of the market continues to dump, right? Tesla continuing to dump, Nvidia not doing well, Micron not doing well. So it's good to see that for strategy. First of all, actually, the MNAV is 1.04. This is a slight positive because we were at a 1.01 a few days ago. So that's actually a slight positive. So the first piece of news, like I said, is adding $525 million to the reserve. How did he do that? How did he add that much money? By drawing on the MSTR common stock issuance. So this is bad for the common stock. But we know that Saylor won't hesitate at quote-unquote sacrificing the common stock in the short term in order to save digital credit and in order to make digital credit happen. Saylor wants to make digital credit happen, and he has a very, very long-term view. That's the reason why he doesn't mind weakness in the MSTR stock price momentarily. And remember, he is the largest shareholder of MSTR. He is the most impacted by this weakness. His net worth is the most impacted by his weakness. He's the founder, right? He owns the most shares. I made that point in a prior video. So my guess is that I would expect MSTR to continue to not perform too well as long as we ATM MSTR stock to prop up the preferreds, to prop up the digital credit, to help the digital credit. He will continue to batter the stock until we get Stretch back to 100. So that's something that we need to know about this stock. And of course, whether it is Stretch or whether it is MSTR, we can't do better when Bitcoin doesn't bounce back. Bitcoin needs to get back to higher level, to the high 70s, to the low 80s. That's, in my view, when we bounce back for a stock like MSTR. So that's point number one. Point number two, of course, is the Stretch buyback. So a shy buyback, a small buyback, 25 million. This is, and they have 1 billion authorization, share repurchase authorization for Stretch. They have 1 billion. They bought back 25 million. So this move is, like I've said before, I think it's Saylor's version of not doing much. Saylor's version of not doing much, doing nothing, waiting for the market to stabilize. A $25 million buyback in the grand scheme of things is not going to change much on the price of STRC, but it is signaling to the market that he's willing to do it. And it is signaling to the market that he could buy back more the more STRC drops. And if you note that the policy again is our objective is for Stretch to trade near 100 with high liquidity, low volatility, and healthy, sustainable, independent demand. We will not issue below 100. No, he decided to buy back below 100. And so that's another tool in the toolkit in order to get back Stretch to 100. I happen to believe the best way to get back Stretch to 100 is to wait. We gotta wait. Remember, the 10-year yield is at 4.70, right? The 10-year yield is at essentially an all-time high. TLT, the long-term bonds, 20-year bonds, essentially at an all-time low. If you look at the yields are awful right now. Another reason why the digital credit sector is down as a whole is because the yields went up across the entire bond market. The yields have been going up for the past 3 weeks because of macro and because of risk across the entire bond market. That's another reason as to why the yields are really not doing too well. So, in my view, the best cure to the problem of strategy, whether it is a stretch problem or the MSTR stock problem, the best cure to these problems is waiting, but is honing the skill of the buyback, and we'll see if he ever does an actually meaningful buyback, like 200 million. We'll see if he does that. Maybe he's going to do that at some point. Anyways, Bitcoin shines. It keeps shining. It has been shining for 2 weeks now, and by shining I mean it has stopped the bleed. That's what I mean by shining. Everything else is bleeding right now. Look at Micron, look at Tesla. It's bleeding all over the market. One stock that is holding up, one asset that is holding up is Bitcoin. Bitcoin at 65,000. I'll take it when AI is in the red, and when the market seems to have to be going into the value of despair for AI. I'll take $65,000 a Bitcoin, given how bad the macro has been lately. And if you look at fear and greed, last time I covered fear and greed, that was 3 days ago, we're at a 36. We're now at a 39. Give me just a little more up, just one more point, and we'll be at neutral on crypto fear and greed, which is outstanding if you ask me. So I think things are looking positive right now, and by positive I mean we've stopped the bleed, and if we stop the bleed, to me that's positive. Now the recipe for success is just wait. We just gotta be patient. We have to wait for the summer to be over. We have to wait to get traders back at their office, get money managers back at their office in September, and see how things will go there then. So anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.